U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 7, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Looking to throw on second down. Henry. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Henry. Over the middle, complete. That's Chandler. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On first down, Henry. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. The Vikings at 7-4 on the year, and they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ready.
They'll look to throw again. Here's a diving catch right side, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. You look at the defense for these Texans. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, come on. Hey. Gravity Lions. Hey, smash Bronco. Chop alert, chop alert.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Stroud looking to change the play. Out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On second down, it's Stroud. He's got his man. It's Pierce. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And now third down and 6 to go. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here's 3rd and 6.
Catch the eagle! Catch the eagle!
Stroud to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is fielded at the 7. Breaks a tackle. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
Point A, B, and C. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Henry. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Now the try here for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Let's go.
They'll
now.
have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Check smash. Check smash. Mustang 19. Three.
Stroud. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Deputy. Tiger.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he stopped immediately there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here we
So
go.
now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Now they'll change things up.
Ready.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Pierce will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Come on. Hey. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Ready.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Will Anderson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
He's airing it out for Williams. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs. But sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Hurt. Right there, hurt. Ready.
Now, here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Completes it again to Dobbs. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Up the middle they go. Aaron. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. Down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Here we go. Check.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Check smash. Check smash.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Come on, come on. Check. 18, Pioneer. Hurt, hurt. Stop below 18. Cup 19. Cup 19.
And Stroud now to throw. That's complete to Dell. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Cougar 19.
On third down, Merritt. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
To throw on third down, Henry. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Returnable here from the 38. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Ready, set.
2 yards to go, second down.
Seven Pirates.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got Dobbs over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Get it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Lions. Trap 60. Trap 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go, Reed. Go.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Bo Melton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Ready.
A run by Pierce begins the 2nd half. And how he got away from that first tackler, no idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
Got his man, Dell. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Tank Dell, 62 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he's got Rome. Loose inside the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards on the ground. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On the toss, here's Nwangu. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield, and spilling everything.
And he had a nifty little deke juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
That's to his running back, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu from 6 yards away. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He's able to find Melton. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Fielded just inside the 20. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Let's go now.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Up the middle, Nwangu. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Chandler. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw. Henry. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mike Williams from 10 yards out. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Stroud now on second down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
On the set.
Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce. And a solid run down inside the 30. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Stroud looking to change the play. They'll run again. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go on 4th down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
19 tight. 19 tight. Let go.
To throw again. Henry. And that's caught by Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
On 1st and 10, Henry. He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler. Touchdown, Vikings! Ty Chandler, 59 yards. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Got it. Ready?
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Pierce now up the middle. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Let's go now.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Go.
Here's Stroud. This pass complete to Melton. And the Texans are going to have a first down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for Houston, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5.